not perfect words, not a polished message, but just you being there to create impact. Just you saying the thing that only you can say in the way that only you will say it. That's what people need. Not a polished, perfect message, nothing flawless. They just need you. Hi, my name's Steve Kidd. I'm a third generation minister, international best-selling author of 39 books and counting. I've had the wonderful privilege of working with nearly 5,000 people, helping them write, publish, market their books to bestseller, and everything that goes beyond that. And I'm here today to help you find your clarity, the clarity that comes from the doing, not from the thinking about it, not from the practicing it, not from the polishing it up, but just simply the clarity that comes in the powerful doing of the thing that only you can do, of seeing and knowing who you are. And then, getting the critiques, getting the help, getting the people that can come in to help you be able to really truly define more clearly your clarity. Those are the kind of things that really are powerful and really make the difference in this world. And I want to see you be able to have that today. Even as I invite a couple of people that we invite each time to know that we're going live. And if you'd like to be one of those, I can't promise that your name will come, that I can type it while I'm talking, but I'd love to have you be part of that group too. I really want to hone in on the imperfect, the messy, that is what is magnetic. You were born attractive. You are. You're absolutely totally beautiful, and I do mean that too. But you're born a magnet. Think about magnets for a minute, okay? Magnets don't have to sit there and I think I can magnetize. Magnets just sit on the thing, and they magnetize things that come within their sphere. Okay, so we can move the magnet around the table closer to something metally. Okay, and then boom, it attracts to it. Okay, that's why we talk so much. That's why we move around the world. That's why we show up, as attendees, speakers, whatever, at events. That's why we do, the podcast interviews, all those kind of things, is because we need to get our magnetic personality in the space of where we can attract the people that we're meant to attract. You absolutely are a magnet. You totally are there. And the media does want you to magnetize the media. You can get the book, Get Magnetized Media. Lily and I wrote that together. Such a wonderful privilege, first of all, to write that book with my brother, but to bring to you the whole concept. You see, here's the thing, and this may come off a little harsh. I don't in any way mean it to be harsh to you. It's just real and raw, like I am to you all the time, okay? Let me rephrase that. You are, not in order to, because you are magnetizing. You are attracting things to you. And if the life you're living, the things that you have, the stuff that keeps coming into you, the clients that keep coming your way, the troubles that keep coming your way, the difficulties, the struggles, all those kind of things that keep coming your way. If those same things, if you're starting to see a pattern in that, guess what? It's because that's what you're magnetizing. That's the frequency that you're putting out there. Okay? Now, just naturally inside of you, you actually were born a natural magnet, born with specific talents, skills, capabilities, abilities to be able to go around the room, the world, life, the universe, and attract the people that need you in their life. You were born that way. Unfortunately, what we try to do is add other chemicals, add, electricity, all those kind of things to change the frequency of the natural magnet that we are so that we can attract other things. We want to do a social media post. I heard somebody talk about it earlier today. wanting to do a social media post and then compare it against somebody that, is getting 10,000, 100,000. I was in a meeting last week, I was at that one. There was a guy on there that showed us, not like told us, literally showed us directly on YouTube, like 3 different videos that he put out that have over 20 million views. Okay. 20 million. Okay. One of them hit 34 million views on YouTube. Okay. And it's real easy to get in that place and judge ourselves and be like, oh man, I'm not magnetic. I'm not viral. I'm not an influencer. And all those kind of things. And I need to be careful. I shouldn't even be saying those things out loud because I don't want my brain to process that, because I am magnetic. I am powerful. I do have the capability to reach exactly the people that I need to reach. But the people you need to reach may be just that one. For that one person you're meant to reach, that means everything. And better that you reach out and make a massive impact in the world, in the life of a person, than to have no impact on everybody. If you aim at everything, you'll probably hit it. Meaning you'll hit this wide array of everything and you won't hit anything specific because you're aiming at nothing. And really the phrase is, when you aim at nothing, you'll probably hit it. Because you're not specific enough. Let me teach you a marketing thing that got taught to me by a friend of mine that used to work as a marketing director for Nike. What Nike does whenever they bring out a product. Now, Nike's not going to bring out a product. This one happens to be, it's a Champion logo, in case you're wondering, a competitor of Nike. But, when they bring out a shirt like this, they're not going to bring out a product that they're not going to sell millions of. It's not worth their time to even go beyond the research phase, the R&D phase of it, and develop it and put it out. If they're not going to sell millions of it, they need it to be profitable. How do they do that? Well, the first piece of that, the first step, they have their whole marketing team that comes together, and they spend about 6 weeks or more in a room designing and developing what is the avatar for this product. It might be a t-shirt like this, okay? Who's going to wear it? And they drill deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the who until they narrow it down to a specific person. Because you can talk really specifically to a specific person. When you're one-on-one with somebody and you're just talking, you're chatting back and forth, you're having conversations, you can do that. You can talk easily one-on-one with somebody. On the other hand, it's really hard to have a specific conversation when you're in front of a whole group of people. You got 10 or 20 or 30 different people, and some are young and some are old and some are, this and some are that, and all those kind of demographical things, and then you go into the psychographics of the different psychologies that they have. You go into the different experiences that they have. And age is a factor of it. Think about it. Those of you, I'm 58. For those of you that didn't already know, think of, what life is. If you're in your 50s too, what life is like now versus what life was like when you were 16 or 25 or even 35. Think about how different life is from when you turned 50 to when you're now at the end of your 50s like I am. I look at my mom and my brother, and I want to try to say this in a non-judgy way. They feel, to me, extremely retired. And my hope and my prayer and all of my effort is going towards not being that fully retired in the 7 years older that my brother is than me. My mom's 87. Frankly, I tell my mom just about every day she could live on cookies and ice cream if she wants to, and she's lived a great life. Okay? And I hope that I'm as physically active and as healthy as what she really actually is at 87 is what she is. Okay? But, they've really embraced retirement, and it's not something that I really understand. I come to the end of the day and they say things like, "Are you done for the day?" I'm like, well, I'm stopping. I mean, I don't really understand done. It's part of it's my personality. Part of it's because I work for myself. Part of it's because there's this overwhelming. I mean, like right now, I wish not AI clone, but like real clone every single last bit of me without any training necessary. Just take all my thoughts, feelings, experiences, capabilities, talents, and everything. Which, if you watch the movie Multiplicity, doesn't even actually happen in the cloning process. But let's just say that this was the concept. I could keep 5, possibly 10 of me busy full time right now, just trying to do all the things that I'd like to be able to do right now. And we quantify them and we just figure out what is the best thing. We take and we do what is the best thing that I can do today. And then we do it. We do it imperfect. We do it messy, but we do it magnetically. We do it as the best version of ourselves. We put all of us out there to be the best you that you can be in this day that we call today. Because of the people that you're impacting, because of the 2 ears on the side of your head that are listening to the mouth that's in front of your face, that's saying the words. I was reiterating that again today. The book Atomic Habits talks about the fact that statistically they say you need to do something for 10,000 hours in order to be an expert at it. And I talked about this yesterday. My friend Kevin, in his statement, practice doesn't make perfect, because if you practice doing it wrong, all you're going to do is become an expert at doing it wrong. So, there's that element out of it too. But I want to add a new nuance in there. I think you need about 10,000 hours of your ears hearing your mouth consistently. Did you hear that word? 3 C's, remember: clarity, consistency, connection. Consistently hearing your mouth say the same message. I feel this really strongly this week. Last week I was feeling very strongly your ears needed to hear your mouth. This week what I'm feeling really strongly is consistency in what your ears are hearing your mouth say. You need that consistency. You need it powerfully to be the same. Because if you come on, you show up, and maybe you're even really good at like the Tony Robbins. Has anybody ever seen Tony backstage just before he comes out? He does this whole, rah, jumping jacks, gets all, pumped up and stuff to come out and be the Tony Robbins level of energy, right? And you can come on social media. You can pick up your phone. You didn't have to be live in front of a laptop or, in front of a webcam like I am. You can pick up your phone and go, hey, how you doing? And you can be really on. And you spend 5 minutes, an hour. Maybe you're crazy and you really did actually do 5 hours like I've teased several times. But, normally you're talking 5-10 minutes that you're going to go live, maybe. 2 to 3 is about what, a long form video really should be on, a video rather, not long form, on YouTube. 30 seconds is what, your memes and shorts and reels should be, really. This long form stuff that I do every day is so that, we can pull out a ton of little quips and quotes and stuff. And I've got just a ton of content. Just that we've been done just in these last, 90, 100-ish days that we've been doing this now. I don't know if this is the end of 3 months now that we're at, because I know we started right around the 16th or 18th. So we're right at, and I don't know if we're at the end of 3 months or if we're in the 4 months. See, I've just gotten so consistent with it that, I've stopped tracking time. But I mean, just think of all of those. If I've averaged 30 minutes, and let's just say it's 3 months, so, and again, we'll round it for my brain, call that 90 days. 30 minutes times 90 days, that's 45 hours of content. Now, 40 of those hours may be completely worthless, me rambling about 45 hours or doing math wrong like I did the other day. But even if there was only just 5 hours out of that was really powerful. You break those into 30-second clips. That's 60, 120 clips per hour times 5, which would be 600. That's 600 shorts. See what I'm saying about needing a whole clone of me? Full time, just doing that, putting out shorts, just boom, 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 boom. You're posting like 200 times a day. I'd love to have the team to be able to do that, and I'm working on that. But again, I'm mirroring for you. You don't wait till you're ready. You get clear through doing it, and you just put out the messy, messed up message to be magnetically you. You're going to attract other people that are going to need exactly what you have to say. And you're going to detract the people that aren't into the things you're saying. It's all good. That's what you need to do. Your messy, imperfect voice is magnetic. Just be it. Just do it. Just be you. Go out and say it right now today. If you need a practice ground, visibilityamplifier.com is set up. It's a free group. Come join us. You can come into the group and you can practice your messy, imperfect, but magnetic message. And if you want to go deeper with us, we do definitely have some really cool things that we put together to teach you how to really truly be clear. You need clarity in your message so that you can speak it, you can write it, you can create a book, you can create a course, you can have a signature talk, you can go on podcast interviews, you can magnetize media because you consistently, clearly are intentionally connecting with people. Don't wait to do it. Somebody is waiting for you. The real, unrehearsed, messy, magnetic you. They need who you are today. And I encourage you, I hope you will, absolutely will do it today. Not tomorrow, not sometime, not when you get around to it, but right now. And tomorrow we'll come back again together and we'll talk about what happens when you do stop hiding. What is possible when the magnetic, messy, magical you shows up? What's possible? I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until we're together again next time, I hope that you have a great week.